On January 28, 1986, at 11:38 a.m. Eastern Time, the Challenger space shuttle was set to take off.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2.
The pilot of the Challenger shuttle, Michael J. Smith, the mission commander, Francis R. Scooby, and mission specialist number 1, Judith A. Resnick.
2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 26th Space Shuttle mission, and it is cleared to tower.
Challenger space shuttle crew members Ellison S. Onizuka, mission specialist number 2, Ronald E. McNair, mission specialist number 3, and Gregory B. Harvis, payload specialist number 1.
Engine was throttling up, 3 engine now at 104%. Challenger, go at throttle up. Challenger, go at throttle up.
Crew member Krista McAlfee, payload specialist number 2. She was a mother and teacher from New Hampshire and was the first American citizen allowed the opportunity to travel into space.
115 seconds, velocity 2,900 feet per second, altitude 9 nautical miles, downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
All 7 crew members were lost in the Challenger disaster. But what were the causes to this tragic event? The original takeoff was set for July 1985, but was delayed to November 1985 due to payload changes. The flight was delayed again into January. It was scheduled for the 22nd, then the 23rd, then the 24th because of delays in Mission 61-C. It was moved to January 25th due to bad weather, and once again set to January 27th because of unacceptable weather conditions at Kennedy Space Center. It was delayed another 24 hours because of problems with the ground service equipment, and finally took flight at 11:38 a.m. Eastern Time on January 28, 1986. The Presidential Commission conducted tests to find that failure of the seal in the fuel joint of one of the solid rocket boosters was the cause of the explosion. They concluded that nothing had been sabotaged, but the cold weather and complications with the O-rings were contributors. Officials concluded that nothing had been wrong until a minute into flight, and nothing had been unusual until the point of. Officials said that temperature had to be a factor. The first thought causes were explosions in the fuel tanks, or rocket boosters. The audience of the live event yelled out, "It's the rocket boosters," or "the capsules exploded." It seemed the audience was in awe of the event, and then set into grief. In the end, it's concluded that temperature set off the explosion. Who knew such cold weather could cause such a hot mess?